Hey, Bears fans, this just went from quiet chatter to red alert noise. And if you care about what happens to this offense in the next 72 hours, you need the full picture before the rest of the league pieces it together. Calls are going out, boards are being reshuffled, and a move that felt unthinkable a week ago is suddenly sitting in the middle of the table with numbers attached. This isn't a rumor you scroll past. This is the kind that changes a locker room, a quarterback's year, and the way defenses set their safeties against us. Here's what I can promise you if you stay. The cap math. The picks being discussed, the football reasons that make sense and the ones that don't. The culture shock inside Hollis Hall, and exactly how the snap-to-snap life of our QB changes if the domino falls. We're going to break down how you replace a WR1's gravity, how the root tree compresses without that alpha, and what the short to intermediate game looks like in November when the wind bites and the windows shrink. You're watching Bears News Fan Report, the place where we talk like fans and think like scouts. If you want this breakdown before it hardens in the headlines, hit subscribe, tap the bell, drop a like so this reaches more Chicago diehards who need real context in real time. Now, helmet on, let's go win the next decision with information. Big picture first. Chicago built this thing around control. A QB who can hunt space without forcing panic throws, a run game that travels in cold weather, and a pass game that punishes the middle once defenses lean to stop the edges. The plan works when the first read is clean and the backside option isn't a decoy. It collapses when defenses can live in single high because they don't fear the go ball or the dig behind the linebacker's ear. Our margin is built on a WR room that stresses coverage rules on every snap, which brings us to the heartbeat of the passing game. A true WR1 doesn't just catch balls. He changes the math. He lifts the safety, widens the corner, and makes the nickel late to jump the slant. He's the no-call double team that makes everyone else efficient. The rookie on the boundary, the slot with option routes, the tight end on the seam that finally looks open by design. When that gravity is in the huddle, the run game breathes and the QB's progression speeds up by a half tick. Now lookies. The Giants didn't plan for a hole this big in their receiver room. And the league knows how they think when their young quarterback's development is on the line. Overpay a little now to avoid wrecking a season. Then smooth the value curve with years and voids. Their staff wants a grown man receiver who makes the layups automatic and drags. 2 defenders on 3rd and 7. New York needs a stabilizer, not a science project. Layer on the trade mechanics. For Chicago to even pick up the phone, the conversation starts at premium picks, with structure that keeps flexibility for the next 2 off-seasons. You don't weaken your franchise quarterback support unless the return builds a deeper roster edge help, interior line certainty, and another pass game weapon who fits the timeline. The only way the front office considers it is if the package strengthens 2 rooms, not just 1 draft slot. That's why the asks are aggressive. Think top-of-round capital plus a day 2 sweetener and protections that keep our leverage if the pick slides. Add to that the cap reality. Moving a star wideout means dealing with guarantees, bonuses, and how the dead money hits now versus later. Chicago has drawn a hard line under this regime. No panic trades. No short-term sugar highs that leave you empty in March. And yet the buzz won't die. The signals are consistent. Exploratory calls turned into real frameworks. Contingencies mapped. Medicals ready to fire if the green light flashes. People you trust in this business will tell you this thing has heat. And that the bridge between no way and maybe got crossed sometime after the weekend slate. Here's the headline you came for. League sources say DJ Moore is being sent to the New York Giants. The language around it is strong terms sketched, picks heavy, intention clear on both sides. That's the move on the board right now, and it's the kind of deal that gets processed fast when both teams feel urgency for opposite reasons. New York to stabilize a young QB room. Chicago to weaponize future flexibility without surrendering the season. Now, take a breath, because this is where we separate adrenaline from accuracy. As of this moment, there's no team announcement, no flight photo, no pen on paper. What there is, sustained dialogue, a package shape that makes football sense for both sides, and a timeline that would explain the sudden quiet around certain position groups. Until there's ink, this lives in a high-confidence speculation bucket reel smoke. Not yet a confirmed fire. Let's talk ball without more in the huddle. The target map tilts. Fewer true ISO looks to the boundary, more bunch and stacks to free releases. Increased usage of motion to simulate the leverage DJ creates naturally. Your QB's first read becomes more coverage dependent. Your OC leans harder on play action and RPOs to steal those glances from linebackers. The middle field dig that DJ wins with body control turns into a committee route more precise timing, tighter windows, smaller margin dot who steps up. The rookie on the rise becomes more than a splash player, he has to win dirty routes on schedule. The slot's option tree expands, the tight end becomes a volume outlet on second down, and the backs catch 2 more balls a game. You also ask your line to buy an extra beat twice a quarter, because separation won't come as quickly. That's the hidden tax of moving a WR1. Everyone else's job gets 5% harder. Culture check. DJ isn't just production. He's tone. He practices hard, he blocks with edge, he plays through clutter. You can replace catches. Replacing presence is trickier. This is where the captains and the position coaches earn their money, turning a shock into an attitude. If the front office pulls the trigger, they'll need to pair the picks with a locker room plan. Across the line, the Giants' fit is obvious. They want a chain-moving bully who still threatens vertically, someone who reduces disaster plays for a young QB by winning off the line and presenting a friendly frame. DJ's a coverage shifter in man and a finder in zone. He doesn't need scheme candy to earn separation, but he'll punish it when you give it. In that division, with those corners, a receiver who wins the in-breaking game is a quarterback's life raft. The money angle matters too. Any team acquiring a player like Moore takes on real dollars. But compared to WR1 market spikes, the cost makes sense when you bake in age, durability, and top 15 efficiency. For Chicago, the financial calculus is about choosing where to be expensive. Keep the alpha now and be thinner later. Or be bold now to be deeper in 2 spots by March. There's no perfect choice, just a philosophy test. Now, the most important lens, the quarterback. Rookie or not, your young franchise cornerstone needs trust throws balls released before the break because the receiver will be there, period. DJ has been that constant. Take him out, and your OC must manufacture certainty through design. Motion, stacks, high-low mirrors, and scripted shot plays that create layups first and explosive second. It's doable. It's just different, and different takes time. I want to hear you. If the package is real premium, say, a top-shelf pick plus meaningful day 2 capital, do you take it and bet on the staff to redistribute targets? Or do you draw a red line around your QB's comfort blanket and refuse to move him midseason? Who becomes the new third down identity if DJ walks out the door? Drop your thoughts below. This channel works because Chicago thinks together before Chicago reacts. My personal opinion. I hate the idea emotionally and understand it logically. If and only if the return is truly premium and the front office immediately flips part of that value into help that keeps the offense on schedule, there's a defensible path. But let's be crystal clear right now, this is informed speculation, not an official transaction. Until we see the statement, it's a live scenario with real smoke and no final stamp.